Here we got a Volvo VNL. It's got a Cummins in it. We got some codes for some DEF lines. This one happens to be for line heater number 3. Located on the suction side between the tank and the pump. So when I unplug that one, I don't get a code for that line because it already thinks it's messed up. I get a code for line heater, I think it's number 2. So unplug line heater number 3, get a code for number 2. This truck has already had this line replaced on, I think, several times too. So what ended up happening in the long run here is, if you trace it back into the wiring diagram, it shows that line heaters 2 and 3 in the ECM plug are pins 39 and 40. Well, somewhere along the lines of the truck being built, it ended up having pins 39 and 40 switched. So after I chased my tail on it for a little while, and after a couple other guys slammed a couple of DEF lines in it didn't actually need, I ended up replacing both the long hoses from the left side of the truck all the way over to the right side of the truck, and that completely took care of the problem. So if you are working on Volvos, I believe this one was a 2024, it might have been a 22 as well. Anyway, in that range, this is the second or third truck that we found that's had this issue where line heater number 2 and line heater number 3's pins are switched in the ECM plug. In this case, I did not end up going in there and switching the pins back either. I just kind of let it run the way it is, and you know, screw the next guy. I figured it out. Why can't he, right? But no, for real, you can leave them the way they are. You just have to be mindful of it. If you're chasing a fault on line heater number 3 or on number 2, it might not just be the short little line, or it might not be the big long line that you end up needing. You really gotta troubleshoot it properly. Get in there and ohm out the lines is going to be the best way to tell you whether you're on the right line or not. You can't always trust what the computer says, just like you can't always trust the manufacturer to wire these properly first time. The main reason I didn't want to go in there and open that plug up in the ECM and start moving pins around is just because we live in the salt belt, the rust belt. When you start pulling pins out of a sensitive plug like that, you can really mess some stuff up quick. So yeah.